Good morning to all of you out there, and welcome to Alexa Live 2020. I'm Aaron Rubinson. I've been at Amazon for almost 17 years in various roles, but I may be a new face to many of you because 6 months ago, I transitioned to a new role. I now lead a team dedicated to helping developers and device makers build voice-forward capabilities and voice-forward products. And so I look forward to meeting many of you in the future. This is the second time we've hosted Alexa Live. While last year's event was also virtual, we are all aware of how much the world has changed since then. Let me start by saying that the tragedies related to continued racial injustice and police brutality are not lost on me. As an Amazon leader, I want you to know that our company is committed to fighting systemic racism, discrimination, and injustice. The recent racially charged events in the US that have reverberated around the world have called us to reflect on the unjust realities our Black colleagues, customers, and communities face every day, and to do our parts to bring about long overdue change. My heart also goes out to all of those who have been impacted by COVID-19, and I am incredibly thankful for those continuing to work on the front lines of this global health crisis. Amidst these many challenges we face, I am grateful for this opportunity to come together as a community and talk about not only our progress, but the impact our work can have together. Voice is still a relatively new way of interacting with technology. And it's the developer and device maker community, everyone watching today, who will make this interaction model so powerful. You make Alexa more helpful than before, and available everywhere that people want to interact with her. And so I want to start today by saying thank you. It's because of you that I am incredibly optimistic about the future of voice technology and Alexa. Our work is focused on bringing the best of AI to customers around the world, helping them do more and think about technology less. We believe AI and voice computing will become an indispensable part of daily life and will be transformational for many people. And we're not alone in our optimism. We recently conducted a research study that interviewed nearly 2,000 developers and customers. 66% of developers and 51% of consumers agree that 10 years from now, people will interact with technology and businesses using voice a majority of the time. Alexa is already on hundreds of millions of devices. Over the last 2 years, we've seen engagement with Alexa quadruple, and customers now interact with Alexa billions of times each week. During the pandemic, we've seen a higher level of engagement with Amazon devices and Alexa while people are at home. And it makes sense that our customers are turning to Alexa to stay entertained, to stay connected, to stay healthy, and to get information. We are working hard to ensure Alexa, our devices, and our services adapt to people's needs in these difficult and unusual times. We're also humbled by how our devices and services are playing a direct role in some of the highest stakes environments right now. As one example, hospitals are using Echo Show devices to help protect healthcare workers by reducing the frequency of in-person patient interactions and conserving personal protective equipment. In another, elderly care facilities have deployed Echo devices and Fire tablets to help residents stay in touch with friends and family while in isolation. It has also been incredibly gratifying to see all of you move fast to find ways to help communities whose needs changed overnight. Some great examples are the Mayo Clinic skill that gives customers guidance about COVID-19 symptoms, prevention, coping, and treatment. The Red Cross skill, where you can ask Alexa to schedule a blood donation. The Sony Music hand wash tunes skill that features custom musical timers to ensure we all wash our hands for 20 seconds. Skills that let parents stay connected to the classroom and coursework by linking to services like Blackboard, Canvas, Coursera, Infinite Campus, Kickboard, and Parent Square. And iHeartMedia, who added a podcast series of commencement speeches for those who are not able to attend graduation in person. And a 14-year-old high school student in Austin, Texas, who combined her love of coding with an idea to help immigrant families in her community and created an Alexa skill that helps users get answers about immigration. These last examples underscore my most important point. None of this would be possible without you. Alexa is your voice assistant. There are now more than 700,000 developers building for and with Alexa. You have found ways to make Alexa more helpful at home and on the go, and Alexa is getting smarter every day because of your innovations. To provide a few other great examples of device makers showing creativity and meeting customer needs, in devices at home, Traeger added Alexa control to its Timberline and Ironwood series of grills. IKEA voice-enabled its blinds. Procter & Gamble launched the first Alexa built-in Oral-B Guide, a smart toothbrush. First Alert built Alexa into their one-link smoke detector along with a premium home speaker. Eero, Linksys, and TP-Link all shipped Wi-Fi routers that work with Alexa. And finally, Fitbit's Versa 2 health and fitness smartwatch lets customers take Alexa with them on the run. We thank all of you that are similarly innovating. Our customers appreciate your focus and your inventiveness. AI and voice computing are massive opportunities for developers, whether you're building voice-forward experiences or looking to incorporate voice assistants into your devices. We're here to help. Our job is to build powerful technology, make it accessible to you, and then get out of the way. Our goal from the beginning has been to empower you. That's why we created the Alexa Skills Kit and the Alexa Voice Service 5 years ago, and why we continue innovating to simplify and improve your experience of building for Alexa. As you'll hear today, we're focused on bringing Alexa to more places, at home, at work, in the car, and on the go, giving you the opportunity to reach and impact more customers. Our scientists are focused on solving the hard technical problems that will help you create even better, more natural voice experiences for customers. And you'll hear about a number of advances in this area today. And we're focused on tools and features that make it easier to integrate with Alexa. We continue investing in our own infrastructure and services for you, and we've continued growing our global network of qualified solution providers that many of you have used to simplify and accelerate Alexa development. Stepping back, it's been 5 years since we started building Alexa with you. But like we say at Amazon, it's always day one, and we are just getting started. This is hard, it's a powerful space, and voice computing is uniquely challenging from a technical perspective. But we are making progress, and we believe passionately that voice will have a profound impact on the world and fundamentally transform the way people interact with technology and connect to each other. But don't just take our word for it. We invited someone who knows a little bit about spotting early opportunities to say a few words. You may know him as the owner of the Dallas Mavericks, an investor on ABC's Shark Tank, and a self-made entrepreneur. I'm excited to have Mark Cuban join us all the way from his home in Texas. Hi, Mark.
Hey, Aaron, thanks. What a year 2020 has been, but it's created opportunity for ambient voice, in particular, Amazon Alexa. Obviously, people are scared to go outside, and when we go someplace we aren't comfortable with, a retail store, really any type of location outside our homes, we're concerned about the places we touch, which has created incredible opportunities for Amazon Alexa. You know, we're working very diligently at the Mavericks to try to find ways to reduce those touch points and use Alexa so we can take, people can use voice control. Whether it's an elevator, whether it's asking for instructions, whatever it may be, Amazon Alexa will be a critical implementation for us. And I'm also finding new ways to use it at home and finding new ways for scripting to become part of what all of our companies are using Amazon Alexa for. I'll give you just a simple example, putting together a home safety protocol. So for instance, you know, one of the things our family likes to do or has done is to have a protocol so that in the event of a fire, we know what to do in our home. You know, I have 3 kids, 10, 13, and 16, and they're not always real good at listening to and remembering instructions because that's just how kids are. And so we put together a nice little script that just basically says, you know, if we say, Alexa, fire, we know what to do inside our home, you know, and we've got other things that we'll also develop as well that will offer instructions to to our family in the event of an emergency. So that's one simple thing. I think people fail to realize just how easy scripting is with Alexa. And the many things that you can do inside your home to make your home safer, to provide instructions for your kids for things that they may not remember. The new feature for security with Amazon alerts. I have an off for the office where we have Alexa set up. It just listens in case something breaks. So there's so many unique opportunities and ways to extend that into my businesses, for safety at the home, for simplifying things at home. There's just, really there's no limit. Amazon Alexa is just going to just take off even more than it has. It's really going to become a ubiquitous part of our homes and our businesses, not just out of necessity, but because it's smart. So there you have it. Aaron, I appreciate your time, and let's keep on making Alexa better. Thanks, Aaron.
Thanks, Mark. As he said, there's never been a better time for developers to step back and reimagine what's possible. We've just scratched the surface with AI, voice computing, and Alexa, and we're as optimistic as ever about the future. So I hope you dive deep today and that you learn, be curious, and get inspired. Thank you for being here. Up next is our Vice President of Alexa Devices and Developers, Nedim Fresco.
This picture reminds me of when we first started with Alexa. We wanted to build a Star Trek computer, the one that seemed to be able to do everything the crew needed. We listened carefully to our customers every step of this journey to make Alexa what it is today. Together with you, our developers, we experimented and innovated. It is this vision of Alexa that has served as our North Star over the last 6 years. This vision really resonates with me. Alexa's familiar, she's helpful, entertaining. She communicates naturally. She's fun. I'm Nedim Fresco. I run the Alexa Skills Kit and Devices teams at Amazon. I've worked on Alexa since the very early days, building out our hardware products and software. I still find ideas about that Star Trek future inspiring, but I'm more motivated by what all of us can achieve today, right now. People have said things like, thank you, I love you, good morning, good night, billions of times to Alexa. To me, these simple phrases show how user interfaces have changed. This is more than just issuing voice commands to a computer. This is about Alexa being familiar, human-like in her exchanges. When customers interact with Alexa, they want more than the basic information they can find online. They want to connect with a social presence, search a catalog, or initiate a complex transaction. For example, today customers know how to reorder a favorite coffee on Alexa. But customers also want to be able to skim the menu and pick what they want delivered. They want Alexa to be able to show what the options look like, as if they're reading a menu at the cafe. They want to be able to personalize, to touch, and to see. Customers are asking for more entertaining experiences too. Alexa is already in common spaces like our living room to manage our TVs and smart home devices, and entertainment is already one of the most popular skill categories. And yet there's so much more we could do to change the way families spend time together at home. Imagine game night with visuals on a Fire TV. Imagine an immersive soundscape across devices. Imagine Alexa as a game host that can guide the game and keep track of points for each player. Imagine an experience where you feel like you're in an actual game show. To do this well, you'll need to build experiences that customers speak naturally and handle conversational design patterns. Patterns such as remembering the context or gracefully correcting errors, allowing for answers that include more information than needed, and conducting multi-turn dialogues. And of course, the most engaging experiences include screens, multimedia, and eventually multiple devices in sync to delight customers. You can use Alexa to grow your business by connecting with customers through hardware, products, and services. You can establish brand connections, build entertaining experiences, or transactional interactions. So how should we work together to deliver all that? Well, it starts with making Alexa part of your everyday life. Alexa started with just Echo devices. Customers were drawn to her delightful experiences and soon wanted Alexa in more places. We then made Alexa accessible to device makers through the Alexa voice service and our smart home APIs. And with the support of the device maker community and partners, usage increased even further. As you heard Aaron say before me, engagement with Alexa has nearly quadrupled over the last 2 years alone, and customers interact with Alexa billions of times each week. Adoption keeps growing, and customers continue to ask for Alexa to be in more places. Customers love Alexa-enabled devices. They can initiate tasks, access music, news, entertainment, and more by simply using their voices. And more, we see customers talk to Alexa through devices built by companies other than Amazon. Did you know that 90% of Alexa-enabled products released last year were built outside of Amazon? Device makers have integrated Alexa into TVs, speakers, thermostats, headphones, and smartwatches. And customers like to control devices in their homes using simple voice commands such as Alexa, lock the front door, or Alexa, preheat the oven to 400 degrees. In fact, customers use Alexa hundreds of millions of times each week to control smart home devices. These include cameras, garage doors, lights, locks, and more. There are more than 100,000 Alexa-compatible smart home products from more than 9,500 unique brands. There's still more opportunity than ever to build devices that customers will truly enjoy. And we're working to make it easier for device makers to take advantage of this opportunity. Last year, we launched Alexa Connect Kit, or ACK for short. ACK is a new development option that enables device makers to make any device with power into an Alexa-compatible smart device. You simply add an Amazon-managed ACK module to a device for a fixed, one-time cost. Device makers don't need to manage cloud services, create an Alexa skill, or write complex connectivity and security firmware. For that fixed one-time fee, you get lifetime service, and you never have to think of that unit again. Customers are true fans of these devices. All ACK devices have 4-star ratings or higher on Amazon.com. Brands like Hamilton Beach, Eaton, and Crock-Pot have already used ACK to build products, ranging from smart coffee makers to smart Christmas trees. We've been amazed with how device makers have used ACK to improve their time to market, even when building their first Alexa product. It was great to hear Mr. Christmas President Leslie Hermanson describe the experience of building their first smart Christmas tree. By using ACK, we were able to take our first Alexa-connected product from idea to mass manufacturing in a matter of weeks. Today, I'm happy to announce that we've partnered with Espressive to add support for a new ACK module. In some cases, this new module is 50% lower in cost. Device makers will be able to create ACK-based devices that customers will appreciate for as little as $4 added to the BOM of their device. The Alexa experiences that customers love is this combination of Alexa-enabled hardware everywhere and Alexa skills and features. We started Skills 5 years ago in June 2015. It's hard to imagine that now, but there were only 135 skills by January 2016. Today, there are over 750,000 registered developers. We've seen the number of published developers increase by 35% in the last year alone. Taking a look outside the US, the number of registered Alexa developers in Italy, Spain, and Brazil has doubled in the last year. Also in the past year, health and fitness, education, news, and shopping skills together increased monthly active users worldwide by more than 120%. We also saw weekly engagement with skills nearly double last year. All these numbers do tell a story. Skills are getting more and more popular. It's really great to hear, but customers want to do more. This starts with making sure that Alexa can understand customers better so they can do more. We've been really focused on this. Since Alexa launched, we've seen natural language understanding steadily improve, but there's always more we can do. So today, we're excited to announce that we're adopting deep neural networks, or DNNs, to make Alexa NLU more accurate for custom skills with no effort required by you. Although it will vary for every skill depending on the use case, we're excited by early results of our rollout. We expect skills using DNNs to realize an average of 15% improvement in accuracy. We will continue to expand DNN to 400 eligible skills in the US, the UK, India, and Germany this year, with more to come. When building for smarter customer experiences, you also need to optimize accuracy and manage your workflow to handle feedback loops. So we're launching new tools today that let you test how well your skills interaction model is trained using sample audio clips or text. You can evaluate audio data with a new automatic speech recognition tool in conjunction with our NLU evaluation tool. Also, you can monitor customer satisfaction by using new metrics in the analytics dashboard. These help you understand when customers leave a skill early, barge in when Alexa is speaking, or ask for things your skill cannot fulfill. The ability to provide a natural experience goes beyond understanding individual words or sentences. To provide a natural experience, your skill must know how to respond to a wide range of conversational phrases and unexpected turns. It also needs to have conversational memory to sustain long back and forth sessions. Now you can use Alexa Conversations for this. It's a deep learning-based approach that developers can use to create more natural, human-like voice experiences on Alexa. We announced the preview of Conversations at Dreamars last year, and we worked with early partners like OpenTable, Atom Tickets, Uber, and more, and incorporated their feedback. Alexa Conversations is now available as a beta in the US for English, with features like advanced dialogue creation, context carryover, and corrections. You now need less backend code for dialogue state management and less model training data. So let's take a closer look at how it works. Big Sky is a skill that provides hyperlocal forecasts. I can say, I want a rain alert, but I can go much deeper too. I can specify a variety of filters like time windows, places, and weather conditions. The skill needs to handle all the ways I might define those filters. The number of permutations grows really fast. To accommodate this, a skill builder gives Alexa Conversations a few example dialogues so it can take care of all the possible dialogue paths. On top of this, Alexa Conversations has context carryover built in. If I say I want a rain alert and then proceed to provide more details like the time and the city, it still knows that I'm referring to that rain alert. Before Alexa Conversations, you would need to write code to track all of this. And with complex interactions, this becomes cumbersome and error-prone very quickly. Rather than go through the trouble, skill builders would sometimes reduce their skills functionality or discover edge cases they hadn't handled elegantly. Now Alexa Conversations does all this for you. The team at iRobot wanted to go beyond commands like start cleaning. Now with Alexa Conversations, their customers can say things like vacuum the living room and mop the kitchen on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And if they forget to say the date or the room, the skill will ask for clarification. This is the kind of thing that can better help customers with everyday tasks. For example, what's your favorite pizza? I bet we'd all say different things. I personally like thin crust pizzas with black olives. Alexa Conversations makes it possible for me to say that in my own way. It also allows for questions like, how many people does that feed? Or changes like, oh, make that an extra large. I know that these sound like esoteric details for voice user interface designers. But these are the kinds of things that lead the way to the natural interactions and complex tasks that customers are after. Alexa Conversations makes use of your screens too. Visual cues and tapping on things like the pizza toppings I want are also a natural part of your interactions. As most of you already know, Alexa Presentation Language, APL, is the technology that covers how Alexa orchestrates these interactions with customers. APL lets you add visuals and touch to your skills. It provides a single authoring language to help you address a wide range of screen devices, including different form factors, different operating systems, different hardware classes, and different device manufacturers. The end result is that Alexa interactions are now multimodal for all Amazon devices with screens, like Echo Show, Fire TV, and tablets. This is also true for third-party products with Alexa built in, like LG TVs, Lenovo tablets with Alexa Dock, Portal from Facebook, and the new Clear Mirage speaker. Over the past few months, we released several features in APL to let you create engaging, richer UIs with animations, responsive layouts, and vector graphics. We've enhanced APL tooling so that it's more powerful and more intuitive. And now it is available on the Dev Portal or in IDEs such as VS Code. But that's just the start. The word presentation in APL refers to all the ways Alexa can relay information and delight users. This includes visuals, audio, and over time, even more modalities. A frequent request of yours is to be able to mix audio in a more cost and time efficient way. So today, we've made APL for audio available. This means that you can now mix audio and speech tracks at runtime. I have a great example for you to listen to, so you can hear the difference that APL for audio can make. Here's a game called Night Manager from the Kroger Entertainment Studio out of Germany. Notice in this first clip, you'll hear one sound after another.
Hilda, the Bone Crusher, versus Mark, the Lucky Man. Hilda starts the fight with a powerful blow. That was a hard critical hit. 74 damage. Now it's Mark's turn. He replies, using all of his mighty power, with a fast strike. That was a massive hit. Hilda takes 34 damage.
Moving forward, you can mix different audio sources in real time.
Hilda, the Bone Crusher, versus Mark, the Lucky Man. Hilda starts the fight with a powerful blow. That was a hard critical hit. 74 damage. Now it's Mark's turn. He replies, using all of his mighty power, with a fast strike. That was a massive hit. Hilda takes 34 damage.
And using APL for audio, you can now make rich, immersive soundscapes. It also dramatically simplifies your workflow. Instead of pre-mixing all of your audio ahead of time, you can program your skill to mix the audio while the customer is using it. So if that night switched to a bow and arrow, you can just layer that in. We've been hearing positive, consistent feedback on APL for audio from partners like Volley. Here are some words from Jess Thornhill, their head of UX for games. She is talking about how they use APL for audio in their new game, Dungeon Frenzy.
Hi, my name is Jess Thornhill, and I'm Head of User Experience for Games at Volley. We've been using APL for audio for our brand new game, Dungeon Frenzy. I think the ability to layer audio and create background music is something that we're really excited about because we really think it's just going to elevate our experiences and turn our games into experiences that are sort of multi-dimensional and just feel much more rich and immersive. Particularly for games like Dungeon Frenzy, where essentially a user goes on a quest and defeats a ton of monsters along the way. There's a lot of content there, and it's definitely an experience that could have felt a little stale after a while. But now that we're able to add background music and also randomize backing tracks depending on where users are, it means that we've created something that just feels super unpredictable, and we are really able to keep our users on their toes.
Where else might you make use of layered audio? Well, dynamic games like these are an obvious choice. I can imagine adding ambiance to mindfulness or fitness skills. I also think we'll see developers invest more in sonic branding. We've also been working with web game developers on the Web API for games since we first announced the preview last year. You can take advantage of your knowledge of web technologies to create visually impressive, animated, multimodal Alexa games on screen devices. And now it is generally available. It's been really great to hear the positive reaction from studios and to see what they have been building during the preview. Doppio Games is building Pac-Man. This one's a throwback to the classic arcade game that I grew up on, but with a unique twist. Players use their voice to move Pac-Man around the maze. A player can say iconic sounds from the game, like Waka Waka, to move Pac-Man 2 spaces to the right. Zynga has made a companion skill for words with friends, WordPop. It's a fun word game that tests your spelling and vocabulary skills. The game mechanics are the same ones that players are used to, like bonus points, level ups, and streak achievements. The game's look and feel is similar to the mobile game itself. Customers keep telling us how much they enjoy playing games on Alexa, and we've known that for a while. Now, Leah on my team has a completely different idea of what fun is. He likes to run, and he wants Alexa to be there for him too. Last year, we released devices that let customers take Alexa on the go, like Echo Auto and Echo Buds. We've also seen our partners launch devices such as Fitbit Versa 2 and Bose headphones. We've heard from customers how much they like to take Alexa with them. They tell us how easy it is to interact with voice experiences without having to navigate a handheld device. Picture your morning run and being told to pick up the pace without having to look at your watch. Picture yourself in a museum, asking questions about the painting in front of you. Picture yourself getting an update that your plane is boarding while you're enjoying a podcast. Picture yourself driving around town and asking questions like, where's the nearest gas station? We see these on-the-go scenarios as great opportunities for developers to invent new experiences. As part of this, we have made skill resumption capabilities available today for developer preview. This means that Alexa will remember the skill you were just using a few minutes ago so that you can support scenarios like, Alexa, how far away is my Uber? Or Alexa, how much time is left on my workout? Let me take you through a fitness skill example. I start by saying, Alexa, let's go for a run.
Sure. Let's get moving.
Alexa, play my exercise playlist.
Playing your exercise playlist now.
Okay, so now I run for a bit. Now I can resume the interaction with the skill, and Alexa understands which skill I'm talking to. Alexa, how much time is left?
You have 30 minutes left.
Notice I didn't have to say, Alexa, ask Go for a run how much time is left. We keep the context that you started a run, and you can resume the skill even after an extended period of time. I have to admit, I'm not much of a runner myself. So if I were to try and go out for a run, I'd pretty quickly decide I've had enough. I would stop for a coffee instead and ask Alexa to order an Uber to get back home. When my ride is near, Alexa can let me know.
Your Uber is arriving in 1 minute. Look for a red Prius, plate number 1AB, 2CD. Your driver is Paul.
Notice how the Uber skill resumed with a response that I could hear in my earbuds because I gave it permission to do so. And thanks to our location APIs, the Uber driver knows where to pick me up. In that example, I didn't have to pull out my phone at all. But sometimes I might want to use my phone in order to search or browse or take action. For example, when I ask Uber where my ride is, it will be great to see where it is on a map. Alexa, where's my ride?
Your Uber is arriving in 1 minute. Would you like to see a map of the driver's route?
Yes.
Okay, opening the Uber app.
And do you know how the Uber skill was able to open the Uber app? Through Alexa for Apps, which we launched today as a developer preview. Alexa for Apps is a new capability that connects custom skills to mobile apps. For the first time, customers will be able to transition from interacting with Alexa to interacting with mobile apps on their phone. This powerful combination allows you to give customers immediate information via your voice and then steer them to an app when needed. Alexa for Apps is simple to set up and works across both iOS and Android. It's available for customers using the Alexa app, Alexa hands-free phones, or Alexa mobile accessories. Best of all, you won't need to make any changes to your mobile app, assuming your content can already be accessed with deep links. Several developers are already publishing or updating a custom skill with Alexa for Apps. For example, the Yellow Pages skill lets customers use voice search for local listings in their app. And the Sonic skill lets customers use their voice to discover what's new on their menu and to find nearby locations. We'd like to show you how Alexa for Apps is helping TikTok, one of our launch partners. Let's take a look at how some of their creators are using Alexa for Apps.
Alexa, ask TikTok to start my recording.
Alexa, play TikTok.
Alexa, ask TikTok to search for The Renegade.
Alexa, ask TikTok to search for Bria Jones.
Alexa, open TikTok.
It's really encouraging to see how the Alexa customer experience can now cross over device types technologies, and modalities. And it's exciting to think about all the new opportunities for Alexa developers. Just getting started in this space. But how do we make sure customers around the world can find your experiences? Now, with quick links for Alexa, you can add a link to your skill from your mobile app, website, or even from an ad on social media. Customers can click to launch your skill on any one of their Alexa devices. This can improve traffic to your skill and may increase conversion on digital ads too. Quick links for Alexa is now available in beta. Zynga, for example, promotes their word pop skill on social media. It's an invitation for people to use Alexa to sharpen their skills for their next Words with Friends game. You ask for a way to tie skill enablement to your ads? Well, this does it. Likewise, Comedy Central is already using quick links for Alexa on social media. You can click on a post to enjoy a comedian from Comedy Central's library on any one of your Alexa devices.
Roy Wood Jr. You know, this is not the place to get gas.
We know you also want to make your skills available to customers around the world. You can now auto-publish to all locales with the same language. Your Alexa hosted skills can run out of the region closest to your customer to reduce latency. And now you can manage your deployments with more control. For example, you can roll back changes for eligible skills when you need to. We know that skills can sometimes be hard to find on Alexa. Once you've found one you like, sometimes you can't remember how to launch it again. To help with this, in 2018, we released name-free interactions for Alexa skills. NFI lets customers open skills without saying an invocation name. Customers can enable skills by voice and get skill recommendations. Name-free invocations made use of keywords, descriptions, and categories to surface skills when customers said things like, play an adventure game. It's something we're continuously improving for customers so they can find a skill without remembering the skill's name. Today, we're announcing an improvement to NFI that lets you provide additional signals for Alexa to consider when launching your skill. You can now configure up to 5 suggested launch phrases. For instance, for a trip planning skill, one of these phrases can be, Alexa, help me plan my trip. NFI with launch phrases is in preview today. The NFI preview also lets you indicate intents in your skill that Alexa can consider when routing name-free requests. In the trip planner example, you can enable the get train schedule intent for NFI. So when a customer asks, Alexa, when is the next train to Grand Central Station? Your skill can be considered to answer. Just like quick links for Alexa can deep link customers to a certain part of your skill from the web, NFI can deep link customers to parts of your skill with their voice. Although it will be different for every skill, we've seen a really positive impact with several skills participating in the preview. Some skills saw up to a 15% increase in dialogues. Developers in the US, India, and the UK can now apply for the preview. You can now use the new invocation dashboard in the Analytics console to see how customers open your skills, including name-free launch phrases and quick links for Alexa. It's helpful for developers to know how their customers are reaching them. We're also providing another way for customers to discover your experiences and content. Customers can go to Amazon.com or tap a button on an Echo screen device to find and purchase premium experiences. And you don't have to do anything to enable this capability. Alexa customers can purchase skill content in the US and later this year in the UK, Germany, France, Italy, Spain, and Japan. I'm really inspired by all of today's announcements. We covered a lot of ground here today. Conversational AI, graphics and multimedia, on-the-go experiences, and new programs for skill discovery. I anticipate a new generation of natural, immersive, conversational experiences coming from you, our developers. You now have new tools to help you build those experiences. I believe that together we can delight customers and serve them wherever they are. In fact, we're announcing an Alexa Skills Challenge for Alexa Conversations today. You get a chance to show what you can do and qualify for prizes. It's a great opportunity for you to showcase your innovation and lead the way to more natural experiences with Alexa. I want to encourage you to explore the breakout sessions we have for you here at Alexa Live. You'll get to learn more about the new tools and services that I just reviewed with you, and you'll also get to hear about ones that I didn't get to touch on, like advances in our SDK, our command line, and publishing tools. And in case you missed some of the announcements I made earlier, you can find a full recap at developer.amazon.com, Alexa Live. I'm Nedim Fresco, and I'm honored to be part of this journey with you. Thank you for your time, and we hope you enjoy the rest of Alexa Live.